it's really about the toxin removal from your body, and it's about your tissue health. And so trampoline is really great. So my number one takeaway was it's really effective for just one piece of equipment.
Welcome to Keep It Simple Sexy, where I make wellness advice, well, simple. I'm Christine Bullock, fitness trainer, founder of KO Body Care, and mom of 3 little girls. Welcome to my inner circle of elite experts, doctors, and naturopaths who share actionable steps that you can implement immediately into your life to improve your well-being. This is the Keep It Simple Sexy podcast. This episode is brought to you by KO Body Care, the leader in face-grade body care and supplements for total body wellness. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Keep It Simple Sexy. I'm your host, Christine Bullock. Well, look, you know that this show isn't about following the new wellness trends. But if there was one to jump on, it would be this one, rebounding. This workout basically takes you back to your childhood during the good old days, jumping on your trampoline. But years later, it turns out the trampoline isn't just reserved for kids and can actually be really good for our health. Celebrities like Madonna, Gwyneth Paltrow, Gisele Bundchen, Robbins, and Miranda Kerr are big fans. And in fact, Goldie Hawn went viral posting a video of her on her rebounder. Looks like it's for everybody. I'm personally a huge fan. In fact, I've been rebounding for almost a decade as part of my weekly workout routine. So I'm very excited to have one of the leaders in rebounding, Colette Dong from Ness Fitness, on our show today to break it down for you. Colette is a movement addict with multiple degrees in dance performance and exercise science. After pioneering the dance science department at Elon University, she went on to work in research department at the Harkness Center for Dance Injuries. Prior to founding the Ness, Colette gained experience in the fitness industry as a trainer and operations director for several boutique studios across New York City. So, if your home workouts are starting to feel stale and you're ready for a workout that makes you feel carefree and exhilarated, then let's jump on in. Welcome to the show, Colette.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Wonderful to, have you here, Colette, and explain and just give our viewers the, whole background on rebounding, which I've loved for so long.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm so glad. It's always people always sneak in. They're like, I've been doing that. And you're like, really? Because I feel like we spend a lot of time trying to educate, over the hump of this contraption that people either find strange or funny or childlike, and you're like, no, it's really good. And people have been doing it for a really long time, and it has so many health benefits. So I'm glad
so good for you. I can't wait for you guys to share it. So you have a co-founder who couldn't be here today, Aly. Both of you have amazingly in-depth backgrounds in fitness. Like, your bio is amazing. But how did all of that then lead to rebounding?
For sure. I think the main thing that made us fall in love with rebounding is we met dancing together in an immersive theater company, and it was something that we could do because it's so low impact. It is something that we could do every day that wasn't interfering with our dance training. And dance in itself, sometimes, depends on what you do, is mainly anaerobic in a way, where it's like sprinting, kind of like you'll start and then you'll go really hard for 2 minutes across the stage, but then you'll be backstage for 20. Or you'll learn a bar combination and you'll stand and you watch the other group go. And so we were missing that aerobic, like just that cardio, that heart rate, that endorphin rush that you would get from running or doing cardiovascular activity for a longer time. And the trampoline really provided that for us without all the impact on our joints. And it really complemented our training. And from there we fell in love. And then we were like, oh, we can dance on this thing. So now we can take this and put it in this, make dance even lower impact. And it's just been such a joyride since.
So how did that then turn into a full business around it? How long had you been rebounding? And when did you decide to start the Ness Fitness?
Yeah, I started rebounding 2015. Aly started maybe 1 to 2 years later, I would say, in 2016 to 2017. And then we started getting a lot of private training clients around the area that our studio is now located in Tribeca. And around 2018, 2019, we were like, okay, it's time for us to do our own thing and go out on our own. And so we decided to embark on that journey together. And we opened our first studio in March of 2019 in New York City.
Are you guys from New York City?
I am. Allie's from Philly.
Ah, wonderful. I'm from Pittsburgh originally, so, across, but people get Philly and Pittsburgh confused all the time. So for our viewers, they're different.
Yeah. Different
places. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. And it's great that you basically, both of you, Philly's next door, but have a studio in your hometown now and in such a major city as well, and in such a competitive city too. So tell the viewers, what are some of the benefits? There's so many benefits you could dive into.
There's so many.
What are some of the major ones that you love?
Yeah, I'll keep it short. We'll highlight the major ones. Or I'll be here for 4 hours. But so it's low impact without lacking intensity. So it's something that you can do that is great for your joints. It protects you against high impact, and it's good for longevity without sacrificing that heart rate. So you can still really get your heart rate up, similar to swimming, but not everyone has access to a pool, at all times. So the trampolines, you could have it in your home, you can travel with it, which is really great. And it's great for balance and coordination because the unstable mat of the trampoline helps work your core, and it's going to throw you off. So you need to really squeeze and engage your core to stabilize. And then it's great for your pelvic floor health. When you push down into the trampoline, which people think they're always going to pee, which they might pee a little bit, but it's actually works to strengthen your pelvic floor because you're pushing down and you're getting that feedback from the trampoline that's going to help lift the pelvic floor up and in and strengthen that control.
All right,
it's amazingly fun. Need that. Yeah, no, totally. I know. I think new moms and pre and postnatal tech usually avoid it, but it's actually quite good as a tool for them. And then it's good for lymphatic drainage because when you go up, you are weightless. When you come down, you're 3 times your weight. So you're flushing that system every time. It has to do with the G-force and the way that you're going up and down. As we know, lymphatic, it's kind of a taboo word, I think, now, because I think some people associate it with just being skinny and getting, lymphatic massages just to be thin. But it's really about the toxin removal from your body, and it's about your tissue health. And so trampoline is really great for that. And then you can just do so much more, activities on it. You can turn it on its side. You can use it as a bar. You can do push-ups off of it. So that it's really versatile. So my number one takeaway was it's really effective for just one piece of equipment. And in the time span as well, there are studies that say it's up to 3 times as effective as running, or 10 minutes equals 30 minutes running. So 10 minutes on the trampoline is 30 minutes running. So if you're short on time, you just need to sweat, it's your go-to. Again, great for busy moms, someone like you for sure. People are short on time. And
please, I don't want to run 30 minutes if I can do a trampoline for 10 minutes. I mean, it's for so many reasons. Time-wise, yes, my joints, my muscles, all of that kind of, even if I didn't have the time and I was laying in bed for an extra 20 minutes, I'd rather just do 10 minutes. The Keep It Simple Sexy podcast is brought to you by KO Body Care. So tell me if this sounds familiar. You have a ton of high-end serums and creams for your face, but nothing of the same quality for the skin on your body. And that's where my company, KO Body Care, comes in. Our skincare products are made with the same powerful, transformative ingredients as luxury facial products, but they're formulated just for the skin on your body. The same goes for our supplements. We use only the highest quality, clean, plant-based ingredients that help your skin glow from the inside out. My 2 current firming must-haves are our concentrated firming serum. It's our award-winning total body serum to firm, tone, and deeply hydrate topically. I love to add it with our Skin Perfect Next Gen Collagen. It is so much more than just a marine-based collagen. It also has hyaluronic acid, phytoceramides, trace minerals, antioxidants to protect your skin, boost your collagen elastin, and help your skin glow from the inside out. If you're wanting to learn more about KO Body Care supplements and skincare, head to kobodycare.com and use KISS20 for 20% off your first purchase. I have to back you up on that. It is so effective. There was a time where rebounding, I was doing 3 to 5 times a week. I absolutely loved it. I think one of the benefits too that I have to point out is I feel like you get your endorphins, those feel good workout endorphins, way faster on a trampoline than you do during a lot of other workouts. I mean, for me as a former dancer, I love to dance too. So maybe if I jump right into a dance, but even then I think you get them a lot fast. I still think you get it faster on the endorphin or on the trampoline.
Yeah.
And, I love that even during my pregnancy, I've had 2 babies now, birthed 2 babies now. I think even during the pregnancy, you can go much lighter, or post pregnancy. You don't have to push as hard if you're worried about, but it's really good. Like, I couldn't do dance, actually. I couldn't be doing jumping jacks and all that kind of stuff because of the pressure, but I could do maybe other things, or a really light jumping jack on the trampoline. So it actually helps you to modify if you do like doing high intensity jumps, dance, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
When you are pregnant.
Yeah.
And I love it too. I think there was like all that NASA research that came out before too about it increasing, because you're talking about lymphatic, and we're really all about full wellness picture here. And that's what I also love about the trampoline, is that it detoxifies your body much more than if you're doing strength training or high intensity. So even if you love that stuff, I think it's great to add into your weekly workout, because it's like you're getting a highly priced Brazilian lymphatic massage while burning calories, which is great. But it also increases the oxygenation to all your cells. So it's very anti-aging because of that whole G-force, like you're saying as well. So it's just one of those nice anti-aging or gracefully aging workouts that I think everybody should add in at some point.
I agree. I think the word longevity has been like a very big theme for me, this year in describing it. And it's that it just plays into that, as does movement, and just living a long, happy, healthy life is like being able to move every day, and then finding movement that you enjoy is going to be the key to doing that. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. And because it's low impact, you don't feel like you got hit by a truck the next day. You're like, I can get back on for 10 minutes or 20 minutes and do this again, and I can do it every day. And it just brings so much, and it's fun. Yeah. Like it's also just so fun.
Yeah.
Joyful.
And so for anybody that's never done rebounding, what kind of exercise, you mentioned like you can use it as a bar, you can use it like push-ups and stuff like that. But for the basic jumping rebounding, what kind of exercises are you doing on there?
So the main position we do really is called a bounce down. And what people think they're going to do when they get on a trampoline is jump as high as they can. And that is what scares them, because you think about your backyard trampoline, and you think about when you were little, and like
flying off
bounce you flying off. Yes, everyone broke an arm, like
landing on it, on the metal part.
Totally.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's not that at all. And what you want to do is almost assume a squat position, press down through your heels, and pulse your feet into the trampoline. And then you want to use your low abs to lift your knees up into your chest, keeping your head level and low, almost like you're underneath a table, and you just need to lift your legs up. And that way your core is working. And so all of the moves that we do stem from this bounce down position. So if we do a jumping jack, it's low. It's not supposed to be a high jumping jack. It's a low jumping jack. It's a low scissor, which is where you use your inner thighs to switch your legs. Twists right and left, you get the obliques, and it goes on and on from there. We've created a bunch of different moves out of that. But the main one you have to get is that you want to bounce down into the trampoline and not up.
Yeah, I always love seeing people come into class for the first time and everybody's nice and low. And then there's the ones that are like, whoa,
popcorning around.
Popcorning around, but it is very easy to get a hold of. I will say, I kind of like what you call the popcorn jumps too. Every once in a while, throwing in those really big ones where you have to jump up really high and then just brace yourself as you jump. I think I've never felt so much endorphin rush and serotonin and all of that from those jumps. And you can just feel all of that fresh blood flow go throughout your entire body. They're some of my favorites, but I wouldn't want to do it the whole class.
Right. That's a great thing for just 5 minutes, like break, in your day and just do a high bounce.
Yeah. What would you say to people who are intimidated by dance or anything with coordination?
I would say it's not like running where you walk, you know how to walk, and therefore you can accelerate that shape pretty easily, right? Like you can kind of figure out how to run without any much practice. Like when in your life are you prepping to A, be on a trampoline, and then B, dance on a trampoline? So give yourself grace. It takes 3 to 5 times to get the hang of it. And it's kind of like a hobby.
Anything.
Yeah, like anything. Like you have to work at it for sure. That being said, it's attainable, and you can celebrate getting one move one day, and then maybe you have 2 moves the next day. And then, by the 5th day, you're like, okay, I see what's happening. Like we're moving to the beat, we're building this. You're screaming at me. I'm having fun. I'm laughing. It's like a lot of stimuli, all at once, which is like why it makes it an awesome workout too, because you're just completely engaged,
and so sweaty right away. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's so good for you. I think that if you're not a dancer, dancing is so good for you in the sense of longevity of your brain too, because you're really learning new combinations very quickly. And if that's too much for you, I think the trampoline is like that step directly under, which this might even be more beneficial. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you're having to learn those patterns, but they're not as hard.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I talked about doing it pregnant. Can women do this pregnant? I mean, I'm kind of a different soul. I've been doing it for so many years. What's your advice?
For sure. I would say, check with your doctor. Everyone has a different pregnancy journey. Are you even allowed to work out? Are you moving, and all of that. The general rule of thumb is like, don't start something while you're pregnant. Stick to what you've already been doing. We have clients that bounce all the way up until their week of delivery or like the day before delivery. I've been ready. I'm like, today I'm going to catch a baby on the trampoline. Today is my day that I'm going to bring life into this world. Like, I can't wait. Like, that's how close some of our clients have been.
God, that's scary.
About that. The reality of that is like, the panic. Yeah. I would probably just be frozen. So it's totally safe. It's great for pelvic floor health. And like you said, some people, our clients find like they'll do a dance cardio and it's too much weight. Like the feedback from the floor and the impact, you can feel the baby really coming out. The belly really moving. Whereas like the springs or the cords on the trampoline help soften your landing. So it's like, imagine being like impact, driving so fast into a wall versus like driving a car with a parachute on it. Yeah. Like it's the slow descent. So it feels better. So yes, you can do it pending approval from your doctor and kind of what your health plan is. And then same thing, postnatal, you want to wait until you're cleared 6 weeks. Some people try to come back sooner, and Allie always is like, turn around. Just to like box people out from coming back sooner because they're trying to sneak it in. And we're like, you're not cleared. Your body just went through major trauma. Like, please come back in 4 weeks.
That's awesome of you guys, though. Yeah. I mean, to really understand that and just have your clients back in that, because yes, I mean, so many women, New York, LA, I'm sure everywhere, but they're like, we got to pop back. We got to go. I'm ready. And they're intense. It's not even that they have to pop back. Like, they're just intense about getting back to their former lives, almost for their independence, I think a little bit. Yeah. And I'm all about that Ayurvedic, like, 40-day sadhana, no matter what, like you've been through so much, you're going to heal so much faster if you take those 60 days off and then, or 6 weeks, 40 days, and then come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. And like I said, I do think I have to get back to, I just haven't been working out whatsoever. I don't have time with 3 kids. The Ness is a dance-based, movement-focused fitness method that offers workouts both on and off the trampoline. At its New York City studio and on its international digital platform, the Ness dynamic, addicting, and ever-evolving bounce classes will amplify your cardio routine with a hefty dose of joy, mental stamina, and sensory awareness. If you've never worked out on a trampoline, you're missing out. Bouncing is easy on your joints, but it still provides a high adrenaline, heart-pumping workout with added benefits including lymphatic drainage and pelvic floor strength. Complemented by full body sculpt classes, you'll always leave the Ness as the buzzing foremost version of yourself. You can check out the Ness at their Manhattan studio or purchase one of their top-line trampolines and sign up for the digital studio at www.thenessnyc.com and use code KISS20, KISS20 for 20% off the first month of your digital subscription. I'm totally motivated to get on the Ness, and New York NYC is what it is, their app, and because I miss my trampoline, especially through COVID. I just haven't been doing it as much, since then. And I'm so glad that there's an app out there to do it because it is so much fun. And I'm sure I can find 10 minutes, at least I would hope. Yes. And my kids love it too. They're on my trampoline, they're on their trampoline. So they can do it with me. There we go. Totally. Okay. I'm thinking of things, guys. There you go. If you have kids at home. So I realize that diet isn't your expertise. Fitness surely is from your background. It's amazing. But I always like to hear the food philosophy from our fitness experts. Do you have like a nutritional plan that you follow?
I would say I'm lacking nutrients in terms of like a green vegetable every now and again, you know, like it's like when I struggle to find balance, it's like, oh, you need to eat a vegetable because you literally have not in a week. Like, and you can always feel it, you know, you always feel kind of sluggish. But no, I just follow kind of intuitive eating of how much energy do I need? Am I actually hungry? Am I eating out of stress? You know, and I take 5 breaths before just like determining what, you know, my body needs for that day. And I think I used to really be worried about it in college. I would be like, okay, you 20 grams of carbs, 15 grams of carbs, each thing. And then like measuring and being like, so
because you're a dancer,
methodical about it. And it was so stressful. It's just so exhausting to always be thinking about it. And actually it's when I started doing trampoline that I don't know, you know, what the relation is there, but I just stopped caring. And I think it was because I was feeling so good after trampoline and endorphins and, you know, and when you exercise too, you're like, I just did a really good thing. I don't feel the urge to fill my body with crap and like processed
I was going to say,
sugar, you know?
When you get a really good workout, I think it's because of the cortisol going down. If for me, I'm like, oh, I'm not even hungry like I was before, or at least for those bad foods too, you know, you're fueling yourself. Do you do a lot of proteins? Because you were saying, like, because I end up missing veggies nowadays. Thank God I have RKO greens and I drink those a lot. But
I need to.
Because I at least know I need a protein before I grab broccoli or something like that. That I always have. Yeah. What do you then? Do you intermittent fast? Because you have to go, I'm sure, straight into teaching in the morning. And what do you fuel yourself with before and after workouts? Or do you eat before workouts? Like,
yeah, totally. That's a great point.
What do you like to do?
We do like sometimes if I do teach early, it's like I wouldn't advise eating a huge meal before going on the trampoline just because of digestion, you know, like doesn't feel great to bounce up and down with like a giant breakfast burrito in your stomach. If I have time, like if I'm not teaching till 12:30, I'll eat, you know, a heftier breakfast. But if I'm teaching right away, I usually just do like a straight sugar, something that's easily digested, like an apple or a pear. Fruit is really good, I think, because it'll just give you that little burst of energy. Something that's just going to digest fast and quick. And then post workout, I love like fermented, pickled, salty things. So I'm like a big about the post workout pickle.
Okay, we've never heard this one before, Colette. I like it. There's a post workout pickle if you want to look like Colette. Hey, it's fermented though. I like it. You're getting your probiotics.
Exactly. Like I love sauerkraut. I love kimchi.
I have it in our house too.
Pickles. I've been into these fermented banana peppers recently, just living my best life, and they're amazing.
That sounds delicious.
So I usually eat that, shower, and then go back for like a something else, like a vegetables and rice or protein and vegetables, chicken. I'm a red meat. I love red meat. Like I love steak. I love pork. I think bone broth, like just getting those essential, like really good nutrients in always feels like super warming and good.
I love hearing it. It's so nice to hear so many of the trainers, and a lot of them actually used to be dancers that I have on too. I think I'm naturally attracted to that. Sorry, everybody. But you know, that everybody was so specific. We keep hearing before in years past, and now it just has such a beautiful, intuitive diet of healthy everything, which is great. And sometimes not healthy, but that's okay.
And that's okay too. You know, it's just like there's too much going on. We do not have time to worry about this. Just enjoy your life. You know, like life goes by so fast, and you're going to spend 75% of every day like worrying about what you're eating is just, you know, it's not good.
I just interviewed Dr. Will Cole. He's a functional medicine last week, and he has a new book coming out. And it's all about how stress basically causes the same amount of inflammation as eating the brownie or whatever. And then especially if you're stressing about eating the brownie and you did eat it too, it's like double as much. So I love, you know, it really is about just changing our behavior and our thought patterns too. So I talked about, I'm really excited to get on the Ness, your digital platform. It has over 500 videos. How have you collected? When did you guys launch, and how have you collected over 500 videos already?
We're at over six now.
Tell us about the videos.
Yeah, we launched a little bit before the pandemic hit. So at the end of our first year, November-ish 2019, we had a lot of people on Instagram DMing us and saying, like, do you have videos? You know, like they would see videos from the studio with people like you that had rebounders at home already. And we were like, we don't, but if we make some, why don't you watch it and pay us $3 and then give us feedback on it? You know, so we were kind of like working with like what angles, how do we encapsulate the energy that is the Ness? Are we clear? Are we teaching people, you know, the right way? Is it translating over video? And so we're kind of messing around with that. And then the pandemic hit and we filmed something like 80 videos in 1 week, basically.
What?
Yeah. Because we didn't know when we were going to be able to come back into the studio or like leave our houses, you know, or bring our staff back in. So we were like, let's just bankroll all these videos. And had we known, I think also how fast the virus was spreading at that time, like, I don't know that we even would have brought everybody in for the additional week after public closure, you know. Thankfully no one got sick, but we just banked all of those because we were like, people are panicking, right? It's like, everyone is panicking and they're losing things that ground them in life and they're losing their routine. And so if we're not ready to meet people at that, like we have to. And it wasn't even like a business from like our business is going to fail. It was more like these people are counting on us for us to bring their joy and their release. So we wanted to make sure we had all those videos. So that's how it started. And we would drop 2 at the beginning of every week to kind of we started with a base and we would give everyone 2 new things to do. And that's been our cadence since that kind of established, you know, how we would release our videos. So 2 new videos get released every week and then they get added to the library. So that's why it compiles. And now we have over 600. And then we do programs and challenges, which like are more like you'll get 6 videos that week or something like that. But the average cadence is two per week.
You have dance videos as well on there?
We do a lot. I mean, we have our sculpt offering, which is like doesn't use a trampoline at all. We have 4 different types of sculpt classes you can do. We have several different types of trampoline classes, from bounce hit, which is more of like a hit style, to advance, which has more choreography, to stability, which uses more of the weights, you know, and is like a little bit slower. So we have like a ton of different classes that way. And then we have focus videos, which are just 10 minutes long. So it'll be upper body, core, lower body, if you just want like a quick little movement snack. And then we have Ness stretch. I'm just rambling on. We got stretch classes. I
know. I love it. I want to hear all about it. Yeah. I love that movement snack too. And then so you mentioned the strength. What differentiates the 4 strength classes that you have?
So we have mat sculpt, which is our lowest impact. And it's similar. It's a little fiery, a little more spicy than Pilates, moves a little bit faster, but it all takes place on the mat. Classic sculpt is our, full body sculpt. It goes from basically every area of the body per song. So you build a mini combination for your upper body, core, lower body. Ness sculpt is similar to our bounce classes, and that you build a combination the whole class. So you're working on one long sculpt combo, which is really fun. And then cardio sculpt has more cardio pushes, elements like that. Still low impact, but it's a little quicker pace to get that heart rate up there.
This sounds amazing. So, I mean, I think, you know, people are always looking for something new, something to spark their joy. I feel like not just, you know, an interest or anything like that, but that they can stick to. And as I said, I feel that this has made such a difference, especially with PCOS, with some of the hormonal things that I have. I think that trampolining truly helped take away the stressful impact that was high intensity was taking, that straight high intensity was taking on my body, and provide an outlet for the endorphins. But I think that it also helped cellularly, you know, as there's clinical data on all that kind of stuff too. Yeah. And it's just really fun, you know? So I think that within the new year, 2023, this is one that everybody should jump on. And so where can we find your website? Where can they get your digital platform?
Yeah, you can find us at www.thenessnyc.com, where you can log on to digital. You can see our studio classes. You can join a live stream. You can book private training. We do that in the studio.
Oh, cool.
So wherever you're at, we have an offering that can help you get involved. And then you can follow us at the Ness NYC for tips and tricks and Instagram fun content and stuff like that.
And you guys can go into their location too. You have one location in New York?
Yep, one location. It's at 406 Broadway, level 3, on the border of Tribeca and Chinatown.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations. You guys are doing it. I love it. I love to hear this. Well, thank you, Colette, for visiting us. Guys, if you're tuning in too, we have a code. It's KISS20, 20% off the first month of Ness. So that's KISS20. Keep it simple, sexy, 20% off the first month. And I'm going to jump onto that too. So I'll be jumping in there with you.
Yeah. Do the 10 minutes. Start with the 10 minutes because I know you were saying you have not a lot of time these days. So
yeah. Oh, no, that's perfect for me. Yeah. And get all the endorphins. Jump on it. Thank you, Colette, for joining us today. Thanks for listening. Make sure you're subscribed and feel free to share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Have questions you need answered? Text me at 1-310-361-8697. Make sure you're following me on social at Christine Bullock and have a healthy, happy week.